Time now for our weekly dose of fail, where we bring you a news story or a few. It would also be people just being plain stupid. We've got 5 of them again this week. Our first one comes to us from Colorado Springs. An annual Easter egg hunt attended by hundreds of children has been canceled because of misbehavior last year. Not by the kids, but by the grown-ups. Too many parents determined to see their children get an egg jumped a rope marking the boundaries of the children-only hunt at Bancroft Park last year. The hunt was over in seconds to the consternation of eggless tots and the rules-abiding parents. Organizers say the hunt in Old Colorado City has gotten too big for the hundreds of children and parents now attending. They canceled it this year as a result of last year's occurrence, I guess you would say. Parenting observers cite the cancellation as a prime example of so-called helicopter parents, those who hover over their children and are involved in every aspect of their children's lives to ensure that they don't fail, even at an Easter egg hunt. Interesting. Our next one comes to us from Keller, Texas. The administrator of a North Texas city believes he's not needed, and get this, he has laid himself off. Keller City Manager Dan O'Leary announced his decision Wednesday. O'Leary says the Fort Worth area city of nearly 40,000 has 2 assistant managers and really does not need a 3rd administrator. He earns about $176,000 annually as manager of the city, about 20 miles north of Fort Worth. The 57-year-old Leary, who was hired in 2007, says he has no plans to retire. His last day on the job will be April 20th. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram reports that O'Leary informed city council members of his decision during a closed session Tuesday. Elected officials did not immediately say who will assume his responsibilities. Well, that's a pretty good egg there, down in Texas. Now, these are always interesting. We've got a stupid criminal here. This one comes to us from Southington, Connecticut. Authorities say a Connecticut man accidentally dialed 911 from his cell phone while stealing about 700 pounds of scrap metals. Police say the 46-year-old man was arrested after the robbery from a Southington merchant. WFSB-TV reports he was charged Thursday with 3rd-degree criminal trespassing and 6th-degree larceny. He was released on bond and is scheduled to appear in court April 2nd. How do you manage that? I mean, I know it's possible. Obviously, maybe he, pocket dialed it or something. But the odds of it being 911, that's fail. Alright. The next one comes to us from Honolulu, Hawaii. It got personal for a judge in Honolulu when he put a man in a chokehold for jumping onto his bench and breaking a flagpole bearing the state flag, authorities said. District Judge Lono Lee knocked down Stephen Michael Haig and restrained him Monday after the man caused a ruckus in Lee's courtroom. Department of Public Safety spokeswoman Tony Shorts told the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Haig had been going from courtroom to courtroom in the Honolulu District Court building screaming. State Sheriff Sean Chua said he was quite upset about something. It was not clear why Haig was in the building. Court records show a criminal record dating to 1977 with more than 50 convictions on charges including burglary, fraud, and assault. Haig was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct, obstruction of government operations, and 4th-degree criminal property damage. They said Haig allegedly broke the flagstaff while swinging it. Haig couldn't be reached for comment Wednesday at Oahu Community Correctional Center where he was being on $1,500 bail. Kudos to the judge. He put him in that chokehold, though. That's awesome. Alright. Our last one comes to us from over in Vienna, Austria. It says, an unemployed Austrian man on Monday deliberately sliced off his left foot with a mechanical saw and threw it into an oven ahead of a health check on whether he was fit to work. Essentially, he was pretty much being lazy. He didn't want to work and he wanted to have benefits. When police arrived, the quote-unquote desperate 56-year-old from Austria was still conscious but had lost a lot of blood. He was airlifted to the hospital where his condition was said to be stable. The man had mounted the saw on 2 stools in his boiler room using nails and removed the guard plate before slicing off the foot above the ankle around 5:00 a.m. Emergency services looked in the oven and were able to recover the foot. The foot was taken to the hospital, but it was so badly burned that it cannot be sewn back on. Really, I'm not even going to say anything about that. We're going to play some music again.